Hey, I'm your host, Mari Wagner, and you're listening to the Ever Be podcast, where faith meets lifestyle. I'm so excited you're here. Whether you're a new listener or a longtime follower, I know there's something here for you. Pull up a chair and listen in for insightful, real-life conversations and actionable steps on how to claim the full life God created you for. If you're a woman desiring to live a Christ-centered life in today's modern world, then this is for you. Welcome to Ever Be. Here we go. Another Wednesday. Another week. Another pod episode.
What are we doing today, Mari? You pulled me on.
I pulled you on. We are doing assumptions about us, addressing assumptions about us, whether they are true or false.
Okay.
I have only briefly glanced at these. I asked this on my story a few weeks ago, and I don't believe I have shared them with you yet. So this will be a pretty fresh
I think
take.
you shared like one or two with me. But yeah.
But before we jump in, how are you doing?
Oh my goodness.
Let's have a heart to heart. I'm joking. It doesn't. I'm joking. It doesn't have to be a heart to heart, but we've had a kind of a crazy past few weeks.
Yeah, let's see.
For starters, we're recording this Tuesday night and it's going out Wednesday morning, and I usually like to be a little bit more on top of things.
So I'll be up late, it looks like. But we have been on the road. I would love to count the number of days that we spent in our home.
Traveling, not on the road. We're not like road tripping.
No.
But like we've been
out of the house. Yeah. I mean, it all started in August 3rd, like very, very beginning of August, or was it the end of July?
It was before that. It was
July,
before that.
Before the NEC conference.
Yeah, before National Eucharistic Congress.
So it was like...
It's been since then that it's been super back to back. Since like July 12th.
Maybe we've spent like...
That makes me want to
2
cry.
weeks combined in our house. Maybe 3 weeks combined in our house since July 12th.
No wonder we feel so frazzled, dude.
Yeah, we're all
July 12th?
We are all over the place.
That's been a long time.
Yeah. Is that 2 months? August, September. I think it's 2 months. Feels like it could be 6.
Yeah, it feels like 6.
But yeah, we just got home. We got home on Sunday night from your parents. Yep, we were visiting your family, which was great.
In Washington,
the state.
But you were gone for like 3 weeks. You had a friend's trip before that.
I was gone for like 3 weeks.
Yeah. And then we met in Washington, and then we had another friend's trip, and then we just both got sick and stayed an extra week that we weren't expecting.
Yeah. Which was nice.
Yeah, it was kind of nice.
With your family. But
yeah, got a little behind on work, but...
Yeah, we were super behind, but here we are.
But that doesn't matter. No, it matters. It matters, but it's fine. We're going to ignore that.
Okay, what are these assumptions?
Okay, but I am kind of excited to get into this convo today because I love these combos with you when it's just kind of like on a whim and just talking about real life stuff. So,
alrighty.
I'm going to read out some assumptions. Basically, how I framed this was like, I mean, I don't know that I really have to explain what assumptions are, but like things that you, aka the people that follow me on Instagram, I'm assuming also listeners, like perceive about Trey and I and our relationship and our life and either what we're like or what we love or things that we do or whatever. And we're going to talk about them, see if they resonate, see if they're true or not.
Yeah.
And just kind of like spill the truth about who we really are.
All right, great. You want to read some?
Yes. Number 1, you never get into fights.
They must not be married. Whoever.
You must not know what marriage is like.
Of course we fight.
Yeah, so that is false. We do get into fights. I would say that like one thing about us is that we don't, I mean, not that anybody likes fighting, but we like hate fighting with each other. Like we hate being upset with each other.
But I think that's everybody.
I think that's everybody, but also
we also hate holding on to the fight.
Yeah, no one likes fighting.
Yeah, for the sake of...
Yeah, no one likes fighting, but I think it's very common for people to just be like so mad that they're just like, well, I'm gonna, hold this grudge, or like, I'm gonna stick it to him until he knows how bad it was. And I think like
I mean, you stick it. It's just short and sweet.
it's short.
Short and brutal.
I stick it. It's just quick
Yeah.
and painful, and then it's over. But this is what's funny, Trey, and I feel like I've said this to you before, but what's funny is like you're my best friend and you are like the number one person I like process my emotions with,
Mhm.
you being my husband, of course. And so like when I'm mad at you or when you've made me sad, like you are the first person I want to go to. Like I want to
Like your
still
life doesn't function well. without
no.
me.
No, and it's like I'm mad at you, but like I want you to hug me because I'm comforted by your hug, but
Yes.
you're the person I'm mad at.
Yes.
And so I'm just like, if we just get over the mad part as quick as possible, we can get to the comforting part and then we can go back to the happy part.
Yeah. Well,
So our
we
fights are
definitely-
very
we
quick.
We definitely fight.
Yeah.
For sure.
But our fights are very quick.
They're usually pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're not weeks on end mad at you.
Yeah, and it's not like we fight big all the time. I would say like we don't have a problem with confrontation. So like sure we'll bicker here and there a little bit to just kind of be like whatever.
Yeah.
Just your classic married stuff. That's not how I worded it. That's not what this is what I meant. Well, you didn't. I blah blah, stupid.
Listen to my words.
Yeah.
Listen to what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's not what I meant.
Yeah, just
miscommunication.
just stupid stuff.
But yeah.
Nothing big
We're
really.
best friends.
But we're best friends, so
we get over it.
okay. Number 2, you never shop on Temu. That is 1000% true. I have never shopped on Temu before.
I don't think I knew what Temu was until like
He didn't know what.
maybe a couple months ago.
Yeah, yeah. I don't feel like I've ever had a need for it. I mean, I have Amazon, and Temu I feel like is sketchier. So nope,
No comment.
no Temu. Oh, this next
This is
one.
this is the one that actually fits here.
This one. Trevor. Trevor treats you like a princess.
I hope Trevor doesn't treat you like a princess. I hope there's not-
Trevor does treat me like
I
a
hope there's no
princess. I'm assuming this person meant Trey treats you like a princess. And that would be true, in my opinion.
Yeah, I try. I try.
So newsflash, my husband's name is Trey, not Trevor. But yeah, I mean, I feel so taken care of and pampered in the best way in so many ways by Trey. He makes my life easy. And yeah, I mean, I couldn't not be married.
Okay, great. I'm glad I try.
Okay, next. You live a perfectly holistic life. Nah,
Nah.
no. That's false.
I mean, try.
yeah, I would say like there's definitely efforts, but
Yeah.
like a perfectly holistic life, no.
No.
I mean, I started learning about all this like 3 years ago and really started implementing just the different things that I've learned in the past like year and a half. So there's
Yeah.
a long ways to go. And I think when it comes to holistic living, clean living, there's a range. There are those people, and I'm not saying either is bad, but like they're the people who are going to go to one extreme of just like
the full extent.
the full extent, the full extent of like worrying about every single like ingredient in any item in their home or any sort of thing that could possibly cause cancer, which at this point is like everything. And sometimes, the emotional stress that comes with that is almost worse than the products you're encountering. And so there's always that extent. And I know that was more about like toxins and stuff, but holistic of just like have your cow, your homestead, swallowing the raw beef liver. I don't think I could get there.
Yeah, we do a lot of things that aren't to the extreme.
Yeah, but like we try and implement things into our day-to-day life.
Just the basics.
Yeah, just like natural things, natural habits. I don't know what to call it. Like natural living habits.
Also, like I feel like the word holistic has become such a buzzword where it's like I don't even know what that means.
It means, yeah, and I feel like it means so much, and that's why I feel like
like
people-
holistic being crunchy.
yeah, so like people like
Holistic something else.
yeah, people like bundle so many terms into holistic, right? Because even clean living and holistic living can be different things, right? Whereas clean living talks a little bit more about toxins, holistic living is a little bit more about that, like literally holistic, which means like all encompassing, like everything. I feel like it's usually attributed more to like I said, like homesteading and like making all your own stuff from scratch and nose to tail eating and all this kind of stuff. And I would say like there's a lot that I'm so attracted to and that we incorporate. I mean, I cook almost everything from scratch. We literally have like almost nothing that's like freezer or packaged in our house.
Yeah.
But I'm also and I try to be careful of PUFAs and seed oils and everything. But like if a snack that we buy has a seed oil, it's okay for the one time.
And we eat out a lot, so.
Yeah, and we eat out and it's not like the end of the world. We try and, we try and do things as healthy as possible with like the way that our lifestyle allows right now. And if we're able to incorporate more in some seasons and less in other seasons, we're not stressing about it. So definitely not perfect, but always loving being in that growth mindset and doing as much as we can.
Yeah.
And Trey's really like jumping on board, which is just like, you're the best.
All right, what's next?
Together you own 20 plus rosaries.
I don't think I could count.
I mean,
I have like my 2.
Well, no. Okay, you maybe.
I have one in my truck and one that I like keep in my briefcase and kind of with me.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if you count the number of rosaries we have in the house,
yeah.
Yes, we have every single West Coast Catholic rosary in the house and probably more that we've been gifted over the years. So
I mean, we definitely have more than
there's
20.
definitely more than 20 for sure. And I actually use at least half of West Coast Catholic's designs. Like I have one in my purse, I have one in my car, I have one under my bed. I have like 2 in my bed, one under my pillow, one on my nightstand. Like I have a bunch. I love them all. So I use them all the time. That's true. Oh, cute. Not an assumption, just truth. Y'all are relationship role models for so many. Thank you so much.
Oh, thanks.
So sweet. Oh, another one for you never have big fights. We already answered that. Oh my gosh, another one. You guys don't have fights or disagreements. Wow.
I mean, one thing is like, we're not going to publicly fight on Instagram.
True,
So, like,
true.
You're not ever going to see our fights, but that doesn't mean we don't fight.
Yes, just a reminder that Instagram is a highlight reel sometimes. Okay, you guys are really well off economically. This is an interesting one. I feel like I've gotten this one before. Okay, there's another one here. You and your business are pretty rich. So there was a few, I think, when it comes to family finances.
Yeah.
And I definitely don't consider us rich.
Definitely not. I think most of my friends make more than me.
Yeah, like I don't consider us rich. I would say like our business does really well. We're really proud of the work that we do. And our work is so unconventional to where like we're not dependent on a regular salary job like anybody else would be. And so especially with the content creator side, when you're an entrepreneur and when you're a content creator, you have so much more control of the income that's coming in. Whereas like you can do an extra push for another sale for the business, or I can choose to become an affiliate for another company and start promoting something that I've been using and loving and make some commission there. So it can be a little bit more flexible. But no, we're not. We're not rich.
I mean, I would say we're pretty average.
Yeah. And honest, like if we're being honest, right, about like what the economic state is and what people make, yeah, we're pretty average. However, I would say like I'm really happy with how we're doing, and I feel like we're able to do so much still with what comes in financially. We're still able to travel a lot. Like I still buy clothes when the new season comes around. Like you go golfing all the time.
We're extremely blessed. Absolutely.
And so yeah, I mean, we're not like not doing well, but like in real terms of like, are you rich? Are we just floating in money? No, we're not.
And I think the other thing too is both Mara and I are more on the spender side instead of the saver side of the spectrum, I'd say. So, I mean, we spend a lot, so it might look because we spend more maybe than we save. Like, I don't know. Like, it's not like I feel like different couples have different mindsets about money. Like some are like very heavily saving, and so they might not look on the outside as being rich, but they are making a lot and they just save a lot. Which is great.
Yeah.
And I think we spend a lot. we're more on the spendy side than the saving side
Yeah.
of the
I
spectrum.
mean, we definitely saved every month.
Oh,
We
yeah.
we have different. We're not going to go into our budgeting plans, but like we have savings, we have different buckets for different purposes,
Yeah.
and then we have our regular account. And
Mhm.
once we have saved the amount that we have allotted to save, then we're like, okay, great. Do you want to go on a trip? Like,
Yeah.
do you want to go golfing? Do you want
this
to,
home project?
yeah, do a home project? Like,
Yeah.
we buy gifts for our family every birthday. Like,
Yeah.
so there's just different things that we spend money on.
And the other thing I'd say with our business, with West Coast Catholic, we've prioritized like our time instead of like our paychecks. And so we've like when we're able to, we've been able to hire on team members
Mhm.
to reduce the amount of time that is required of us for the business. And that's been our up to this point, like that's how we've prioritized our business finances is buying back our time
Yeah.
and investing in employees and team members instead of just giving us bigger paychecks.
Right. Like we have 4 to 6 people on our team.
Right.
And 4 of them are full-time salaries. We could be paying ourselves a much bigger salary,
Yeah.
but we're choosing to invest in the business and our employees and our team. And so,
And get some of our time back.
and yeah, which is worth everything.
Yep.
Okay, next question. Not a question. Okay, next
Assumption.
You guys didn't wait for marriage as a couple.
I'm assuming that means sex.
Yes, I'm assuming.
Mari and I, we did wait until marriage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly.
We did it. And honestly, it was the best thing ever. Like,
best thing ever.
Hands down, best thing
Yeah.
ever. It was hard. Don't get us wrong.
Did we struggle in chastity at times? Yes.
Lots.
But were we able to save sex for marriage? Yes. And that's something I'm so proud of.
And 3 years later,
it's the best thing ever.
It's the best thing ever.
So highly recommend. You play board games together. Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
Not that like we do it all the time. We really like to play Catan with our friends and our family. And we have a few like 2-person games.
Yeah. We have some card games that we like too. I wouldn't say we're like huge board game fanatics, but we love Catan and we like a few card games. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Next, you have a very healthy marriage.
I think so.
I think so. We were just talking about this. Was it today? I think we were just.
I don't know. Was that today?
I think we were talking.
I don't even know what you're about to say. So.
Okay. I think we were talking about this today or yesterday or something about how like we know we're not perfect and we know that we don't have a perfect marriage, but like of course we're biased. We feel like we just have the best marriage ever.
Yes, that's right.
Like we just like are best friends. We love each other so much. We're like so on the same page all the time. Like we support each other. We, like we said earlier, like when we argue, like the bottom line is we just like want to reconcile again. We like try and do everything we can, I feel like, to love each other in the best way that we can, genuinely. Yeah. And I feel like that brings a lot of joy and beauty and trust and like just like goodness to our marriage.
Yeah, I agree. I think we have the best marriage.
So true. Another one on purity during dating. We kind of already answered that one. Also, if anybody's struggling with chastity, I have a really great highlight on Instagram. If you look through my Instagram story highlights, they're kind of a mess, but find the one that's called Chastity. I have so many pieces of advice and like practical tips on boundaries and everything. I know that that's always a tough topic. Okay, this one's interesting. Y'all secretly know several languages. JK. Love y'all's whole love story. I don't
know English.
I don't really know what this whole thing means, but if we're going to focus on the languages, I mean, it's not a secret, but I do know Spanish, but and Trey's learning.
I'm trying to learn. Yeah, Mari's bilingual. She's Colombian.
Yeah.
100% Colombian, born in Bogota. And her whole family speaks Spanish. So when we're visiting them and home with them, they're all speaking Spanish. So I'm getting better. We'd like to raise our children bilingual. So I got to learn.
So he's got to learn or else we're just going to talk about you behind your back.
Yeah.
You do most of the cooking, but Trey can make a mean brunch.
I want to know who said that. Is that one of my friends?
No, it's not. This is a false. We actually probably do the cooking 50-50.
I'd say most of the time we do the cooking 50-50.
Yeah. And I am such a proud wife being able to say that my husband does half the cooking and it is just as good as when I cook, and vice versa. Like, we are at the same cooking level. Like, he is so amazing.
Well, thank you.
And it's funny, we talk about this all the time. Like, it's not that we're chefs and it's not that Trey's a chef. Although actually Trey's probably more of a chef than I am. Like, you make stuff up more than I do.
Yeah.
But like, if you just know how to follow a recipe, like, you too can make delicious food.
They cook.
Yeah.
You just follow the steps.
Yeah. Like Ratatouille said, anyone can cook.
Yeah.
You just follow the recipe. So
It's really not that hard.
So we really feel like it's not that hard. So sometimes I'm confused and people are like, oh no, I can't cook. I'm like, well, can you read?
Yes.
Because if you can read and you know how to use a knife, you can cook. You can do it. So
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, love-hate relationship with recipes. I always use them because I need them.
Yeah.
But I have to reread the same freaking step like 6 times.
I know.
Every single time I cook.
Yeah.
I read it. I go grab the teaspoon and then I go back and I'm like, teaspoon or tablespoon, teaspoon or tablespoon. Then I go grab the spice and I reread it for the 3rd time. And then I like dip the spice into the container. And then I reread it like the 5th time. Just to be like, teaspoon, tablespoon, which spice, which bowl am I putting this in?
Yeah. And it's
So,
just,
it always takes me, like, I'm a slow cooker. I will say I'm a very slow cooker.
it's hilarious though. It's kind of like when you're boarding a plane, you look at your boarding pass 500 times to make sure
Yes.
you know what seat you're on. And,
Yeah.
and your brain like instantly forgets
Forgets.
what it reads. And it's the same thing when you're cooking. It's like 1 tablespoon and you go and you're like, was it 1 teaspoon? Was it 1 tablespoon? And it's like, you literally just read it. So it happens to me all the time too. And I don't know why our brains do that. And it definitely makes cooking a little bit slower. But in my opinion, I feel like the recipes just let go of so much like
Oh my gosh,
mental
yes.
load for me.
Yeah, and like I don't like genuinely know how to like
Make stuff up like
make
that.
things up.
Like, sure, I could make rice and broccoli and chicken, but like, that's not fun.
The other thing.
So we like to
Little-
eat fun things.
Yeah. With that, the kind of fun fact, Mari and I don't repeat recipes hardly ever. So,
People are appalled when we tell them this.
so we have a few cookbooks, but then we just find stuff online and on Instagram.
Uh-huh.
And
In our
Like
3.5 years of marriage, this is what I was going to say, if you want to say it. Like, in our
No.
3.5 years of marriage, we've repeated a handful of meals, maybe like 5 recipes.
maybe 5 to 10.
Yeah, 10 max, but like consistently repeat maybe like 5 meals in our 3.5 years of being married. And we eat 3 meals a day, people.
Yeah.
That's a
Most-
lot of meals.
I would say a lot of them are like home cooked too.
Yeah.
Most of them.
Yeah. Okay. Let's exclude breakfast because that's like eggs and toast, and you can have
Sure,
that a
yeah,
bajillion times a year.
Yeah,
But, like-
eggs and toast is not.
Yeah. But like lunches and dinners and everything, we switch it up pretty much every week. So
Yeah.
if you ever need a recipe rec, shoot me a DM. I got them.
Yes, we do.
One of your best friends said something. Well, they were gonna say something, but then they didn't say something, which I'm kind of upset about. Tyler goes, "Should I expose Wags?" And
then
I'm
nothing.
still waiting
Oh,
for him
okay.
to expose
Good.
you. So, by the way,
Wise choice.
yeah, yeah. Trey used to be called Wags in high school, so.
I still am.
Still, yeah. Okay, another one. You guys would be such a fun couple to double date with. You're right. We
like to think so.
We absolutely would be. So let's make that happen. Someone says that you are super Catholic and aren't secular at all. You don't party or have fun. Well, I am so sorry you get this what's it called?
Assumption.
No, not assumption. Impression. I'm so sorry you get this impression that I'm not fun in any way.
I think
Trey,
you
would you
gotta-
like to answer that,
I
please?
think you need to show more of your fun side on the gram. I think you do.
Okay.
I think we need a little bit more unhinged Mari.
Unhinged Mari. Unhinged Mari, I feel like doesn't happen
She's
a lot.
so fun.
She is fun.
She's a blast.
Yeah, well, I mean, do you want to answer this?
What was
You
it?
know me best.
Where was it? That you're super Catholic. Yes, you are very Catholic. You aren't secular. I would say there's definitely secularism in you for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I mean, like, I'm trying to, like, this isn't something that I'm, like, praising or condoning, you know? I like, do I like fashion? Yes. Do I listen to secular music? Yes. Like, do I watch some secular shows? Yes.
Like, we're not going to just only watch saint movies.
Right. But am I careful about the shows that I watch? Like, do I watch Bridgerton? No. Because that's not good for you.
And then aren't secular and don't party / don't have fun.
I have a lot of fun. Thank you very much.
A lot of fun. And
I'm commonly described as zesty, full of life.
Full of life of the party.
Yes.
Yeah. I think that's something that, I mean, that's what I was really attracted to when I first met you, was just how fun and full of life you were.
Thanks.
So I would say that's definitely false.
Yeah. And I mean, specifically,
Party.
Yes, I love to party. So let's clarify that. Because while in my college days, obviously, I was not living, well, not obviously, but I wasn't partying virtuously, right? But once you learn how to do that virtually, AKA, like, you learn that, like, drunkenness is a sin, and you just view, like, partying as, like, social time with friends, and drinking as, like, an addition to that, an enhancement, not as, like, a crutch. You don't have to be drunk in social situations. So I love being social. I love spending time with friends. I love hosting a party. I love going dancing. I love going to parties and celebrations and whatever. And
playing bangers on the aux.
I love being on aux, and you just won't catch me drunk. And you might be like, wow, how is she having so much fun? You wish, man. I don't know, but you wish you were too.
Yeah.
Okay. 2 more. That you have perfect that you have perfect / non-toxic family members. Very interesting.
I don't even understand what that's saying. Like, our family is non-tox?
Yeah. No, and I don't think they mean non-toxic as in, like, ingredients. I think they mean, like, toxic family dynamics or toxic families. Like, that you have, like, perfect, beautiful families.
Gosh, man, no.
I would say, like, again, like, obviously nobody is perfect. Our families are not perfect. Our family members are not perfect. And we're not perfect. And we're probably inheriting some of the things that we don't love about our parents and our siblings and all this stuff too. But we have really healthy families.
But overall,
that's the truth.
We are so blessed with our families.
We talk about this often. Like, we feel really blessed to have parents that are still married to each other, that love each other, that have had long, beautiful marriages, that have prioritized family first, that pour everything that they have into their children and want to create a healthy, loving, supportive family environment that we grew up in and still experience today.
They raised us in the faith, and they still practice the faith themselves. Our families, like, it's so fun to be with them.
Yeah.
We go on family vacations, or at least we try to every year with our family, like whole family vacation. So we live 20 minutes from my family. We see them at least once a week, probably. At least some family member.
If not more, yeah.
At least once a week. So we love them. Like,
yeah, we love our families.
Beautiful, healthy families that we love. Not perfect, but very blessed.
Yeah. And then the last one, I realized we already answered. It said that you both never fight, which we already addressed. So there you have it, guys. All your assumptions answered with some context and more. I hope that you got to know us a little bit better.
Yeah. I hope that was fun for you guys to listen in on that. And you'll be back with Mari next week.
See ya.
Thank you so much for listening in. If you've enjoyed this episode, please share it with your friends and on social media, and give me a 5-star rating on whatever podcast platform you're listening on. That helps me and the show out so much. Also, make sure to follow the podcast on Instagram at EverBePodcast. And if you want more content like this and you don't already follow me, you can also follow me on Instagram at mari.c.wagner. And may his praise ever be on our lips. God bless.